started TikTok. Chinese guy started TikTok. We was on the phone with him.
Try to slide that by.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Where is this nigga at?
Hey, man.
With all due respect. Where
Yeah,
Real
boy.
underground.
We working right now. You know, Smoot Films. We got the series out right now. I got a story to tell. It's doing really well. You can catch it on BET Plus. You can catch it on Tubi. It's going up crazy there. We got the new movie Allure featuring Young Jock, Blue Kimball, Christopher Dahl. That's dropping this September.
Yeah.
We got Christmas at the Frat House dropping in September. We got A Merry Switchmas dropping in September. Carlotta is coming in August. DC Fly, Jamal Willard has an appearance with Shaq in there. I'm excited about that.
The reason why we think people in Africa look bony and don't got no food is because of media.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into the nitty gritty of the industry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, how much did you spend on the film that's coming out right now?
I've done projects, just being transparent, from $200,000 all the way up to $1.6 million. So it really just depends on the talent, locations, who are your biggest expenses.
Connected everything from relationships to a house. You know, so if you got a bad, foundation on the house,
Deal over.
it's going to fall in.
Facts.
So it's like, that's one of the analogies. Like, you got to have a strong foundation in both.
Doug, what you be doing?
Hey, man, she might say something and act like I don't hear. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I ain't need, Doug, I know you heard me. I'd be like 20 at least.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Y'all, man, welcome back to another episode, Moguls in the Making, episode 57. I got my dog in the building. I'm your host, Catch a Bag O.
And I'm your most lovely, your most handsome, your most gracious. You thought I forgot it, huh? Because we ain't been here in a while, but I never forget it. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all for coming back. Y'all know I'm your most lovely, your most handsome, and your most gracious host. T, a.k.a. Geechee, a.k.a.
He got
back.
He got a WWE intro. You know what I'm saying? Your intro is crazier than the guest intro.
Man,
too,
we here though, man. I know y'all happy to see us again, man. We got a very, very special episode for y'all today.
Absolutely. They can see we in a new spot right now.
And we in a new spot, man. Shout out to XG Groom Room.
Exactly.
Downtown
man.
Ohio Street. Y'all definitely gotta come here if y'all want to get cut up. If y'all want y'all line to look as crispy as mine.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, that actually. If y'all want y'all line to look as crispy as mine.
Yeah.
Come down to XG Groom Room.
This episode is sponsored by the Groom Room, by the way.
Absolutely sponsored by the Groom Room. Now listen, this is the first time we ever had somebody come back for a second interview.
Yeah.
So this is pretty special.
Legendary force.
And they came back with a nice bonus guest.
Right.
They brought somebody with them.
Somebody in store.
Absolutely.
People might not even be, you know what I'm saying, really ready for it. You know what I mean? But we said, hey, this the package deal?
Exactly.
We got the hold on. It's too many free agents. We need to sign some people. We need to come down and sit down and have a conversation.
Most definitely, man.
A lot of motion been going on.
Why don't you introduce our guest today?
Oh man, see, we got to do this together.
Okay.
We got to do this together. So we got, as y'all can see, if y'all watching it live, make sure y'all watching it live. Go subscribe on YouTube and do all of that. Moguls in the Making. But first we got Doug. The plug, my dog, brother, man. It's good to have you on the pod again, dog. Straight
brother,
up,
I'm glad to be here, man. I'm so elated to be in the building.
Damn.
And I also brought the second half of Bricks and.
Let me say that one.
My bad, brother. Let's get it.
Atia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Atia, better known as Real Estate Blondie.
Yeah. And we got Bricks and Blondie in the building together. We appreciate y'all, but
Appreciate you.
we also got
Smoot Films in the building,
we
man.
got my dog
Bonus
Smoot
edition,
Films in the building, man. We appreciate you for coming down.
Man, thanks
And
for
rocking
having
with us,
me,
big
man.
dog.
All the way from Atlanta,
ATL.
producer.
Major.
All right, that's all I can do, y'all. He said I can't do no more. So all the people that love when I do that.
Hey, man, I got him to chill, y'all.
Hey, man, no. We got to do it one more time for Big Smoot Films all the way from ATL, Georgia.
Man, one time for the one time.
Yeah.
Most
You know what I
definitely.
mean? Y'all can handle that.
Right.
He just ain't gonna do it
Production.
20 times. We can do it a few, though. Y'all
Right.
can handle that.
Tubi legend already.
Already.
Man, come on, man.
Moving on. But listen, let's get into it, though.
We're gonna hop right into it, man. We starting out hot, Doug.
we like to talk about, honestly, on this portion of the show when we start out, honestly, we like to talk about what y'all got cracking right now. Like, what's going on right now. And I know y'all got something big. I don't want to spoil it for y'all. And that's another thing that the people told me. They told me I need to shut up sometime, too. So I'm going to let everybody else talk today.
That's good.
I'm going to try. But what y'all got going on right now?
I'm going to start it off. Bricks and Blondie definitely got the new #1 bestseller in Walmart, in Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah.
Where else? It's one place I ain't going to say we are. Oh, you want to tell them? Yeah, we just got in Target. Who else y'all know that got anything in Target or Walmart? Let's get it. So the book is called We Nailed It, and it's actually the blueprint for real estate and relationships. And it came out #1, just like my last book. So we definitely pushing. We nailed it. It's going crazy. Anybody that's got a significant other and y'all want to get some money in real estate, you got to pick the book up ASAP.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Tell them about it, Blondie. 1 second.
So, like he said, the book is for everybody that's in a relationship. So, I like to stress to people, it's not necessarily just a marriage. Because sometimes when we get into relationships with people and do business with them, like, y'all in business together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you still need those same things. You need a good foundation. You need a good roof to keep people out y'all's business, to make sure that you two are talking together about what you got going on. So the book is awesome. It gives a good analogy between relationships and like things that you would need for a house. And it's a quick read. It's like 100 pages. Very transparent. We talk a little bit about our lives, things that we went through, in our relationship. We've been together for 29 years now, married for 25.
Unbelievable.
So, keeping it all the way real.
We gonna get in your business. Is that okay if we get in your business?
Absolutely.
Wait, let's have Smoot tell us where he got going on right now too. Real
Okay.
quick.
All right.
Okay,
Real quick.
I was trying to
We
separate
are
it.
running.
I
We are
think,
running.
Separate
I think it was Gary get deep.
Hey, woo! When I ask permission,
Right.
But Smoot, tell the people, what you got going on really right now. What's cracking? Your accomplishments, where everything like that's going on in your world right now.
Man, well, first and foremost, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Doug, man, thanks for having me come up.
Absolutely.
This is family right here. So just to be up here with y'all is, feel special.
Right. Yeah.
We working right now. Smoot Films, we got the series out right now. I got a story to tell. It's doing really well. You can catch it on BET Plus. You can catch it on Tubi. It's going up crazy there. We got the new movie Allure featuring Young Jock, Blue Kimball, Christopher Dahl. That's dropping this September.
Yeah.
We got Christmas at the Frat House dropping in September. We got A Merry Switchmas dropping in September.
Jeez.
Yeah. Keep going.
What else?
Smoke. Keep going.
Carlotta is coming in August with DC Fly. Jamal Willard has an appearance with Shaq in there. I'm
Sweet.
excited about that. My boy Lim Collins, Dorian, Make Believe Village, a project that we teamed up with to put out for them. We just working. I got a story to tell. Season 2. Cameras is up September 30th. I'm excited about that. It's gonna be different.
Smoke, you got a spot for me?
Damn.
Shit.
You need to get him in there. He a character.
I can act my ass off.
Hey man,
Hey, let's get
going
it.
down to the A, man. September 30th. Cameras is up.
He's a character, man. You gotta get him in there. Man. He one of them dudes.
Come play with us, man. We serious about this, man.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Nah, man, I love it, man. So we're gonna dive into, both sides of this, because, I know y'all connect at some point and things like that too.
Yeah.
But Blondie,
Yes.
the book,
Yes.
from your perspective, how did this? I'll start off soft. Pause. Gotta respect my. How did the book come about? What made y'all say, you know what? Let's put a book out there for the people.
I'm going to be honest. We never even thought about writing a book together. I actually have a PhD, so I actually wrote a book already for part of my dissertation. So I write by nature. But the guy that actually introduced Doug to the whole you need to write a book about your life was KD Clarence McNair. So when he met me, he's like, oh my gosh, like I see what the engine is behind you, like your wife, like y'all need to come up with a book. So at first he was talking about like we need to do like a cookbook, like something with recipes, you know what I'm saying, for couples.
Yeah.
But as Doug and I were talking, I was like, I'm not feeling that. God is calling me to a different calling. I feel like this needs to be about something else. So, I mean, our connection that's really deep right now that we have is real estate. So it only made sense to do a book about real estate and relationships. So, and we felt like people needed it. So there it is.
That's dope. The double R's.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
super.
Feel me? Real
That's
estate
super
relationships.
Absolutely.
Rolls Royce.
And digging in just a little bit more on that topic too, because a lot of people in this, like you said, in this industry, like you said, I think it's a double-edged sword when it comes to relationships. It's a relationship with you and a partner. Mm-hmm. Like me and him, like he'll call me sometime, like, dang man, I can't even lay down with my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I'm not even trying to be on that, but like,
Right.
like that is another person that you're in a business relationship
Exactly.
with them. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
How did y'all tie that into the book? You know what I'm saying? Because I know right now y'all. I mean, obviously y'all been married for forever, but y'all also relationship is business wise. How did y'all tie that into the book?
Right. So
Give a sneak peek.
So actually, when we thought about it and we connected everything from relationships to a house, it was really simple because, like, say for instance, when you started dating your wife or you're dating now, and it's like, okay, like y'all go through a whole relationship thing, going out, seeing each other in different lights, and it was like, okay, like you got to build that strong foundation in the relationship or it's not gonna last. Well, guess what? Y'all also is in real estate. You know, so if you got a bad, foundation on the house,
Deal over.
it's going to fall in.
Facts.
So it's like that's one of the analogies. Like you got to have a strong foundation in both. Another one is if you don't have a roof, right, then all the elements is going to get inside. All the rain, hail, snow, right? But also if like you don't have a roof on your relationship, then what's going to come through is a whole lot of haters, a whole lot of player haters, a whole lot of people with rumors and stuff like that and lies. So you got to have a good roof on your relationship as well.
Most definitely. That's super dope.
And I would kind of add something that's special about this book that people have come to me and said that they really like is it comes from two perspectives. So there's two voices in the book. So you can see like two different fonts. So with the two different fonts, you know that I'm speaking and that Doug is speaking. So I'm speaking about something, and then he'll come in the book, and it's his opinion or his standpoint on the topic. So it's a real good read. And people that know me, they're like, girl, I can actually like hear you speaking when I'm like they was like, I feel like I could hear your voice.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. So it's actually and that's one thing I like about any book that I read, honestly, for me, is like, especially if it's somebody that like I know this is a real person, like it wasn't just like a fictionary book, is that I can feel it coming from them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think I read one of Rick Ross's books, and whoever he had read it, it was sounding like it was literally him saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like how he made it, and that's big because now I feel like, hey, like y'all fans and all y'all followers and all that stuff, like they actually feel like you talking to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to it being somebody that wrote a book about you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's super dope.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that I want to talk about too is like what a lot of couples have trouble with is working together and being together. Like, how is that? You know what I'm saying? Over like this extended period of time, what's really the main key that y'all can let people know, especially young couples?
Yeah, like you got to be able to cut it on and cut it off. Like, so say for instance, we right here right now doing this podcast with y'all, right?
Yeah.
So say for instance, when we just left from wherever we was and we got into it in the car.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to, you can't come in here. Y'all got to have like, that special word, like cut it. Boom. All right. We back to normal now. We can do what we got to do. And then later on down the line, we might be like pissed off, but like you got to learn how to cut it
Doug,
off.
how you do that though? Like,
Hey man, it takes time.
Please,
Just
You know
think
what I'm
about it.
saying? Because like,
Hold on.
Luke can actually speak on that too because him and his wife, my girl Keish,
y'all work together?
Damn, okay. Speak on that too. Talk to us, Moot.
But how is that, man? Like,
Yeah.
It's cool. My wife is our costume designer.
Oh, okay.
So I don't direct you know, so I don't really have to interact with her like that on set.
Right.
But I love having her there, you know, so it works out well. Like, I mean, honestly, we'll be on set sometimes 12, 14 hours and might only see each other twice.
Right.
But it's just having that camaraderie, having that support, and just knowing that, you know, she's there doing her thing, you know, it's dope.
Right.
Yeah.
And they also work together in real estate too. So they was a team as far as real estate also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the
She's my
ATL.
realtor.
Right.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
It's so funny. Doug was my realtor, and I was like, "Look, babe, you're gonna have to get your license." I'm giving Doug too much money. You know? You know,
Right.
That's how she got into real estate.
Let's keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, what
Like
I mean?
Doug, I fuck with you now. I love you, brother.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
Look
I
now.
see them checks.
Right.
I'm cutting you a lot of
Hey,
checks.
I hate when I deal with couples and then they wife or they
End up becoming
significant
a
other,
real-
they become a realtor. I be like, oh, that's great. And I get in the car and I be like that guy on social media just beating the other side of the door.
But you have to
Hey,
For real.
say though, we still get money together.
oh, we still definitely
Yeah, most definitely.
It's all love.
because we definitely got to get into what we got going on like real soon here, joint project. But I'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely.
Oh shit.
Let-
All right.
Now here's another question I got about the book and relationships and stuff like that, because here's the thing, what y'all going through right now or what y'all doing right now, I don't think y'all know how important it is to people that are just now starting that. You know what I'm saying? So like you got people that are 2 years in a relationship, 5 years in a relationship, 10 years in a relationship. Y'all been at how long you say? 29?
29 together, 25 married.
Damn.
So and
I know.
That's beautiful,
That's a
man.
long
That's
time.
dope.
it is, and
Shit.
you gotta think about it. Y'all really are like a front for people that want to be together and stay together. So my question on that topic is, how do y'all deal with it time wise? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be I think I was talking to Doug today. He said, "Man, I got in last night." I said, "Dang, for real?" He said, "Yeah, man, I got in at 6:30. Went to sleep, bro. Got up at 6 a.m. But shoot, I had to go to sleep at 6:30 because I've been up for a few days working." You know what I'm saying? So like, how do y'all balance time and relationship? Like sometimes I'll look up and I'm like, "Damn, I ain't been on a date with my wife all month."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all?
Calendars. So I think it's important to like, you know, put things on the calendar so that you know what you have going on in life, and make sure that you schedule the time. Because I'm real conscious. Like, okay, even you know, beyond a date. So just being in the house and spending that time, you
For
know,
real.
making sure I'm sitting next to him, watching TV, you know, having a conversation. Those things are important. So if I can kind of feel Doug's energy sometime if I've been like really busy doing stuff and I haven't really given him that extra attention.
Yeah.
So I'm real good about stopping and, well, sometimes. Because he'll.
I was gonna say, who's the
I'll say,
person in a
I'm
relationship?
like, well, let me fold this last piece of clothes.
Right.
It's like, girl, that's gonna be there. I'm like, but I'm on the road. Let me just finish doing this real
Nah,
quick.
for real.
No, but all seriousness, just, you know, I can feel, you know, okay, let me give him some little extra attention because I feel like, you know, I've been doing a lot. So I think that's important.
Doug, what you be doing? What signal you get her? You just hit the. You
Hey
hit the
man,
you-
she might say something and act like I don't hear. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I ain't need Doug, I know you heard me. I'd be like, babe, I didn't hear you. I promise, with my finger crossed behind my back.
That's your
Right.
little hint.
Yeah,
That's your little
like,
hint. She
you know
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying?
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I see
like,
what's going on.
I definitely be hearing you, babe, but like if you, hey.
Offering life.
Y'all gotta understand, Doug's the only child.
Oh, now it all makes sense.
Really?
I see
Hey
what's
man,
going on.
we spend so much time together, like for real. Like so, the time we apart, we probably need that time apart because we always together.
Right.
We love to go out on the weekends. We love to work. We love to do the real estate. Like that's our big passion.
Right.
And you know, it's just a blessing, man. I tell these guys, if you want the women, let me talk to the ladies. I always piss the ladies off. Always. But I'll say this. Ladies, just give your men just a little bit of grace. And I promise you, y'all can get to a decade and 20 years and stuff like that.
Right.
Because a lot of these women, like, you meet the man young. Like, I was super young when we met. So,
Right.
like, I wasn't perfect, you know, but I also would say I haven't done anything crazy.
Right.
Some people be out here wild, and I wouldn't just wild and crazy, but the
Right.
women just got to give the guys a little grace. And, you know, like, I just appreciate, you know, my angel staying with me
It's like
and
3
giving.
strikes and you're out.
Yeah, like, so I'm on strike 2. I can't get
No.
another strike.
You're at 0.
Do they reset? Do they reset
more
every
strike.
year? Like
Listen,
every year they
no.
reset.
Oh, he said it every year.
I like that.
Hey,
I like that idea.
Look, we gotta forget about that in the past. That's in the past.
I'm on no more strikes too.
I am on no more strikes, but you know what? In all honesty, like I said, she showed me grace, but like we just renewed our vows, like this, the top of the month, and it's like an older guy told me, he was like, "Hey man, you done hit the reset button," and that really it really meant something when he said that, because it really is, like I said, she gave me a lot of grace. But like at this point and how long we've been together, I feel like I just hit the reset button and I got a perfect score right now.
Right.
So I'm just trying to keep this perfect.
Don't fuck
I got
it
a
up.
perfect score.
Don't fuck it up.
90%.
90%.
90%.
I can't with her right now. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? You got off of probation. Don't get back on probation.
Right.
Hey, I still got. They ain't cut the thing.
They ain't
off my
cut it
leg
off yet.
Yeah.
You still got
They
that
still
monitor
tracking
beeping.
you. Yeah.
Man, Smooth, talk to me though, man, about the films and stuff like that. As far as that, how'd you really kind of get to this place, and what was the vision? Was your vision of what it would look like today?
Oh man. Well, you know,
Tell them how hard the road
You
was.
just told me that Shaq was in the film. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
it's a cameo, but yeah, hey, I'll take it. You know, I wanted to do this for a minute, but I wanted to wait until I could do it kind of the way I wanted to do it. You know, not have to be reporting to anybody or be up under anybody. And I know that's not always the best way to do it, but when you know the type of person you are, you like, you know what, I'm going to just do it my way. So that's kind of how it's been. It's been a slow grind, but, you know, it's like anything. You got to put that work in. I tell my guys all the time, like, you know, you got to do the reps. You know, you don't do the reps, it ain't nothing going to happen. It's like working out.
Yeah.
Going to the gym and just stand around, ain't nothing going to happen.
Right.
Put that work in, you'll see the results. So that's kind of what it's been. And I've been fortunate, you know, just having good support. So it's crazy because being here with Doug, he introduced me to my business partner, our Gentry Reese. He's actually from Indiana, which is wild.
Oh, word, that's what's up.
Filming this in Indiana. But,
Shout out, bro.
you know, so having a good business partner, having the support of my wife, like, you know, those two things alone, like, you can do anything, like, when you got that support system. Doug has been, like, man, he promotes Smoot Films more than I do.
Right.
You know, like, since
That's
day
love. That's a real, you know what I'm saying? That's a real brother right there. You know what I mean?
You know, facts. So when you got a good crew with you and you got good support, you know, it helps you get to where you're going. But, you know, like I said, the road wasn't easy. You know, we're in a good place right now, but, you know, we're really just getting started.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just enjoying the ride. We got a lot of stuff coming out. We have a lot of great relationships right now. And we just going to continue to stay independent and keep doing what we do.
So I want to get into you too, you know, chiming in, but I want to, you know, for our listeners and stuff, obviously, I know it's an entrepreneur podcast. So we're going to talk about money and like really just, you know what I'm saying, relationships to money, how much stuff costs, making money, stuff like that. So my question to you is, when you creating a film, is one of the goals to take it and sell it for X amount of dollars? Like, how does that work for somebody that want to actually do what you do, right? Dang, I want to create a film. You know what I mean? How does that even work?
No, definitely. I mean, first and foremost, it's a process, you know. But for me, I'm all about ownership. You know, I mean, we get offers for our projects all of the time to just sell them outright, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
What kind of offers you got?
We
always got to put y'all to the. We got to put. We put feet to the fire. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Put it this
We
way.
want a number.
We get offers. We've had offers for double what we spent on projects, but it's to have it outright, which means we would no longer own
Make
it.
money off of
No
it.
royalties and stuff like that.
You know, the perpetuity is gone. You know, it's like the network would own it, and that's just not what we on.
He taught me the word perpetuity. You got to tell these people so they know what perpetuity.
Yeah, because I just live by. I was like, yeah.
Well, perpetuity.
know what it meant.
It basically means for a lifetime. You know, so it's like when you sell your rights to your IP, which is your basically your intellectual property.
Yeah.
It's no longer yours. So the network or whoever purchases it, they're going to make the money for the rest of the project. So,
And that's why they're giving you so much now, because they know it's going to make so much later.
Right.
Exactly. But us, you know, we're here for the long game. You know, I want to look up in 15, 20 years and have, you know, close to 100 or more titles. And, you know, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah.
We have a distribution company too, Wish Love Media, that just kicked off. We've already acquired like 6 films, so that's another lane that we're going down right now and seeing how that works out.
So how do you how do you know what to value on a film? You know what I'm saying? Like for people that's watching, like I'm trying to get into the nitty gritty of the industry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay,
Like the price point.
yeah,
How
like
do
the
you
price.
know?
Like how much?
Yeah.
How much did you spend on the film that's coming out right now?
Which one?
Right. You did name like 8 of them shits,
I got
huh?
a few coming.
8 of them joints.
All right, so I've done projects, just being transparent, from 200,000 all the way up to 1.6 million. So it really just depends on the talent, locations. Those are 2 of your biggest expenses. If it's SAG, which is that means it's a union project. If it's DGA, that means it's a directors guild. So that's a whole nother union. So that all of those things factor into how much a project is going to cost. But we treat it like business. I mean, the whole thing is to spend as less as we can, so we can have the highest profit margin. But a lot of it's trial and error too. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes. But I've learned from every one of them, so I'm not mad at it.
So tell me this, even inside of that, to go a little bit deeper on that side of things, is when you actually deal with somebody like Tubi or BT Plus or somebody like that, right? Which is people that you're dealing with today, and you say that they didn't take the perpetuity or whatever it's called.
Right.
What kind of situation is that? Like, how does that happen where, okay, now your stuff is on Tubi, but also you still own your own thing?
Gotcha. So let me give you just a little history of how it works. So basically, you can license your material, you can sell it outright. Those are pretty much your 2 options.
Okay.
So when we did I Got a Story to Tell with BET Plus, we licensed it to them for a particular amount of time.
Okay.
At the time, they didn't let us have any other rights. They just wanted us to, they'd had it, exclusively.
Right.
After a couple of years, I was able to go back and negotiate to get my AVOD rights back, which is advertisement video on demand. That's your Tubis, that's your Roku, your Freevee.
The other platforms for other people to be able to.
So basically, that's platforms that run commercials. And that's how you make your money off the commercial revenue. So it ends up being a 50-50 split between you and the platform for the commercial revenue, and that's how you make your money there.
That's sweet.
So you had to, did the film have to meet certain metrics for BET to be like, hey, cool, for you to come back and renegotiate, like in artists and music or something like, hey, bro, look, I done did X, Y, and Z. We gotta come back and sit at the table and
well, we opted not to do our second season there. We're doing it independently.
Why though?
Because we see the numbers, honestly, and
Smoot, you gotta talk to us now. What BET Plus getting? What they getting?
Well, I'll put it like this: BET Plus, great platform. I've had great experiences there. I've done multiple projects with them, but their viewership is, they have a little under 4 million viewers. Tubi has 80 million monthly active viewers.
Wow.
It's just a different ball game.
That's crazy.
The exposure is just different. I mean, there's some negatives with Tubi because of some of the content that they carry,
right?
Things of that nature. But I will say that they are starting to trim the fat, so to speak.
Yeah.
And really focus on higher quality content and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, you can't knock the content that's helped to make them the platform.
Oh yeah, I mean they have. To me, when I look at Tubi, it's almost like they have their own fan base at this point.
Yeah,
they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a certain type of people that love the Tubi space.
It's like almost they got the streets.
Yeah, it almost is. You know what I'm saying?
In the movie
exactly network
setting.
Space. Yeah. Now back to y'all real quick. I know we gonna swing it. Pause.
We swinging.
Swinging. Eyes closed. No, but seriously, we're going to go to the business side of y'all stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to write my book. How do I get started? Where do I start? Who do I hire? How do I know you can write it, but let's say y'all wrote y'all book and y'all like, we want to put out this book. How does the business side of bringing a book out work A to Z?
Now, I'm going to say this from the jump. I jumped out there with a veteran when I wrote my first book.
Okay.
Right? And we went right back in together, Bricks and Blondie, for the second project. So we actually gave the person that we were actually with a certain percentage amount, right?
That makes sense.
Of the book sales and different stuff like that.
You know I'm going to ask.
Hey, man, I can't say how much, but it's a low number because this dude, he just loved me to death and honestly wanted me to see me do well. And he just like, hey, man, just give me this number off of it. We signed a simple contract. It was not long at all. Right. And like, this guy has been like a blessing to me because this is the same person. I just can be like, hey, we need to be in this place, or I would like to be in this place, or he'll say, hey, I would like to have you this place. And he's so connected, you know, and he deals with a lot of billionaires, you know, and things like that. I know, like, we're trying to go into having merchandise and things like that, rather be hammers or tool belts and stuff like that. We actually was on a phone call with the guy that started TikTok, the Chinese guy.
And hold on.
Yeah, that's what I said. Started TikTok. We was on the phone with him.
Hold on. Who?
Try to slide that by.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Where is this nigga at?
Hey, man.
With all due respect.
Yeah,
real
boy.
underground. He underground. He definitely underground, man. He dealing with type of people you can't even say the type. He's tied into people who started the country. Like when you look at the back of
Rockefellers and
all that kind of stuff, like he's naturally connected. You know what I'm saying? And he just be out the way, and then he just pop up. Hey, I got this. Huge deals. You know, like, and then like he works heavily with Slutty Vegan, right? Heavily, like, so all those multi-million-dollar deals she's getting with Under Armour and all those type of things. Like, he's worked with her on those things. So it was just a blessing to meet him, and I actually met him through Safari.
Oh,
that's what's up. Shout out Safari.
Right, but like I say, write the book and hook up with him, and like he definitely led the way. He led the way, so it's like I didn't have to do too much now for somebody.
Okay, let me add, because you know he gets a little sidetracked when questions are asked.
Well,
so let's get to the.
He didn't get to the point.
Yeah,
and he's long-winded, y'all. He's long-winded. Okay, so the question was,
really?
This the book. Hey, y'all. This, by the way, real quick,
sponsored
this
by.
is the book right now. Like this right here show y'all that this book is so true.
Right.
It's real.
It is.
It's real.
If someone wants to write a book, first of all, you have to figure out who your audience is. So whenever you write a book, you got to figure out. So we knew our audience was going to be couples, whether they're married or people in a working relationship together. So first of all, you want to know who your audience is before you write a book.
100%.
Then I'm going to take it back to my 18 years of being in the classroom days when I taught students how to write. Very simple. Get your...
Yo, what up, Moguls? This episode is brought to you by XG Groom Room.
Man, shout out to our sponsors, the XG Groom Room. Make sure you definitely go check out their new beard butter. It's going to get your beard right, man. If you ever seen Drew, one of the owners here, if you ever seen his beard, you better get you some beard butter from XG Groom Room. Go check out his beard. Go check out their barbershop, Ohio Street in Indianapolis, Indiana. We appreciate our sponsors, XG Groom Room. Be sure to go check out the beard butter, A. Sappington.
And one other thing too, to get them waves right, real seasick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
When you got your girl looking at your hair and she don't even know what's going on, she start to get dizzy. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, you just put it in your beard. You get the beard like Ross, got you saying, oh. You know what I'm saying? That's what the beard. That's what the product could do. So make sure you go get it. You know, everything. The descriptions will be below in the bio. And shout out to our sponsors.
Thoughts down on paper. What do you want to write about? You see what I'm saying? And then from there, then you could either self-publish. Sometimes people just self-publish on Amazon. If you want to kind of go the route that we did, that's actually a component that we're going to be starting with our business, is helping people that want to write books, because there's so many levels to it. Because even though I have a PhD, I had 3 or 4 people, and 2 of those people also have PhDs, read the book, because you want to put out a good product. Like, I didn't want to put something out with my name on it that has grammatical errors and things like that and didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So you want to kind of have a team of people that you can call on to say, hey, can you read this book for me and tell me things that I need to add to, blah, blah, blah.
Did they actually tell you? Did they tell you negative things?
actually, you know,
And did you take
I'm
it?
gonna be honest.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Real talk.
As far as grammatical, it wasn't a lot of grammatical things. Sometimes you do get writer's block, and you're like, hold on a second, like, what do I need to say next? You know.
Right.
So the thoughts sometimes that we put down. The person that I had read, she was like, well, maybe you just want to reword it and say it in a different way. But I'm going to tell y'all, we had like a firm timeline. So we had, when we first started talking about this book in May, and we needed to have this produced by the end of July. So we're talking, so we're talking like, what, 3 months?
Yeah.
So for me, my zone is when I'm on the treadmill. So literally,
for real?
yeah. So when I'm on the treadmill, look, I have my notes up, typing. You know, this comes. I come up with crazy ideas.
So
when
they
I'm
supposed
on
to
the
be
treadmill.
writing the book on the treadmill.
No.
Look, he said she going on. Now he trying to say she going on a tangent. He trying to get his get back. Hey, this is hilarious, man.
And then get in a zone. Get your music that you want to listen to. Get in a zone. But
And go hard.
We actually have a website. It's www.bricksandblondie.org.
Heard it here.
So if people stay in tune to that, we will coming soon. I'm not going to say when because we have a lot on the plate now. But coming soon, we will have a component where people that want to be authors, they can actually reach out to us, and for a small fee, we will assist with that writing process.
So y'all can help us write a book.
That's what I'm about to say. I might need to write a book, man. I don't want him in my book.
And then
I'm writing a book on my life. My life is lit.
hey,
That's
is
crazy stuff to happen.
Then we gonna get it in them big stores, man.
Target and Walmart.
Yeah.
So,
Moguls in the making.
okay, tell me this then. Y'all got to tell me something now.
Yeah.
Y'all telling me some stuff.
I'm
Y'all got
telling.
to tell me this stuff.
What's up?
When y'all getting it in these type of stores, like, how does that contract work? Is it for a certain amount of time? And they say, hey, if we sell X amount, then like, what is this?
So they basically they basically tell you this is gonna be the split. You know what I'm saying? And they just run it like I don't even think our thing had ours didn't even have like a time period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just said we
on there indefinitely.
yeah, and this is the amount that we gonna give y'all, and this is the amount that you know.
But hold up, is this a reach out to y'all or are y'all reaching?
We
out
reached
to them?
out to them,
And then they read it, they seen it through their people, and they're like, oh yeah, we want this in our store.
yeah, it's a
Sure.
process, just
Yeah.
like the
Okay.
last store.
Talk to us then. That's the part they need to know.
Yeah, they definitely gonna read it, and it definitely got to be good. So, you know, all I can say, I got sidetracked for a minute, y'all.
So you
Forgive
know.
me, but they definitely gonna check it out. It's a whole process, and they gonna have it for a little while, and then they gonna come back to you if they want it and tell you the terms that it's gonna be on. And we was definitely okay with the terms, but
Right.
like we got our stores in so many different places. Of course, when you get in those huge stores, you're gonna make a little less.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? And if you was on the Amazon or something, but that's cool because we got it all over the place. So
Yeah.
you know, more than anything, Target and Walmart, like it gets.
It's
to
not
everybody.
exclusive. It's not like, oh, we just
No,
you
no,
just
no.
in Barnes and Nobles and you can't
Right.
put it nowhere else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
No. So I just love it, man. It's a blessing to be in those
Get
places.
your brand out there for the
Yeah.
most part too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and keeping on building that, because that's what people I think forget about too. Is like it's not only the money that you making. It's like now these people know you. Now they start to search. Okay,
Right.
what are they? Oh, I'm in Atlanta. Oh, I'm reaching out to them.
Right.
Oh, my sister in Atlanta.
Right.
Hey, I'm about to sell my house, or I'm about to buy a new house.
Right.
Oh, I just read a book. Y'all need to reach out to Bricks and Blondie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Brand.
the non-monetary part that people that turns monetary that people don't really understand.
Right. They don't get it, man.
And that's something I think y'all do a great
Great
job
job
at.
at.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
every time I
Appreciate
turn
it.
on my phone, I see
Some
Doug
Doug.
like,
right.
Yeah. On everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all
Don't
got
see it,
coming
though.
soon,
Right.
new movie,
Right.
new shoe,
Yeah.
new crib,
Right.
new whip.
For real though.
New clothes.
Just wrapped it all this color.
I ain't Big Swole though. Shout out to Big Swole from
Straight
straight
up.
out of Nap
Shout out.
Town.
Right out of that.
But yeah,
performed
man.
at the
That's something that
BLS
y'all do a
Awards.
great job about, man. Just
Right.
getting, you know what I mean, getting in, connecting and networking in the right spots. Like,
Right.
do that feel draining to y'all though?
No.
At times, like, no, that's just you. You wake up and like, man, like, who can I connect with? Or
For
like,
real. That's where the
'cause I feel
name.
like you got a different engine than a lot of people that I see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as positioning
Right.
yourself and your brand
Right.
Yeah.
to continue
I'm
to
gonna
keep
be
growing. You know what I'm
honest.
saying?
For me, it is draining sometimes. It is. He can pop up and keep going. I have dual careers going right now, so I'm still part of the education world and still real estate. I'm going both for the last several years full time. So part of the education thing, I'll be part-time with that this coming school year, so I won't have as much responsibility. But for me, I think the draining part comes in where, you know, it's a blessing, and I thank God for where we are, but it is draining because you're going, like, interview, you have this, and that, you know, and you're giving so much of yourself to people, but at the end of the day, I'm like, this is what I asked for.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to be a household name
Most
in
definitely.
a positive way to kind of help people and show them things that I've been through in my life,
100%.
and how those things hopefully can help them in their life, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just, you know, just
They say that you
recharge
get
and
the
just,
most
you
out
know,
of that.
get back with it.
They say that you get the most out of that. They say, not they say, but you know, word is. But I've actually noticed this too, and this is keeping it real. Like when I help others that's in need, even when sometimes I don't even got it. Like sometimes I'm like, shh,
Right.
give you half of what I got.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But I'm like, here you go. Next thing you know, boom, a blessing.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
That's right.
Was that
Comes right back.
Was that? But I don't know.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't. Boom, do it again. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but y'all being on platforms, y'all writing books, y'all helping people. You know what I'm saying? Understand the real estate industry, same way as us. Like, it's blessings that come with that. You may not see them today, but they coming. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
Because you consistently doing that.
Right.
He said, "I see him today."
I see him today, man.
man.
You know, I talk to a lot of my mentees, and you know what I'm saying, and I might have a big deal on the table or something like that.
Right.
I'll be like, man, I sure hope I close this deal. And they be like, man, you know you're going to do it. All these people you blessed and stuff.
Right.
And then, like, so I you know, after I get off the phone and talk to them, be like, damn, like, I really do be helping, like, you know, a lot of people, and I changed a lot of lives, like,
100%.
in real life. So it's like the blessings just come with it. So my main thing at this point is I love to put people in position, and I love blessing people, and you know, and it just comes back around. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all being from here.
My bad. T. What Shannon Sharp say? He said you wear your watch to tell the time. He said I wear my watch to tell you how valuable my time is. Dub, put your camera. Man, what? He said I see my blessings today.
I do see him,
So
man.
he said they
Wasn't
coming to
playing
future.
games.
Yeah.
Doug said nah. I see mine right now.
Yeah, my
ain't
wife,
playing.
she,
Look, he said, raise that up too.
you know what I'm saying?
Got on that roll, she ain't playing.
I'm just saying, like, you know, it's definitely blessings going
Hey, I love
on.
when Doug talk his talk,
Me too, man.
I swear to God.
I'm just happy to be blessed. And
But that's what I was about to actually get into
Okay.
a little bit, because it's a little, like right now in Napa, it's something going around. Like it's I forget who the lady is.
Tracy.
Tracy, I think that's her
She a
name.
baller too. Her and her husband, man. Shout out to them.
Shout out to
Doing their
them.
thing.
Yeah.
You want to finish it?
No,
they
you
doing?
got it.
Let me go. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it.
What they got going on?
Nah, I don't even know what they do. So I'm speaking from the outside. He
Okay.
actually know who they are. I don't really know them like that.
Oh, okay.
But they get into some paper though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been a big thing out there that like she posted like a Tesla truck or whatever next to another like Lambo or something like that,
Right.
or it was something of that sort of all green, lime green. That's
Yeah.
all I saw.
Might have saw
And it
it.
looked like some Atlanta shit to me, like, but it's
Right.
in that. But I'm saying like we don't see that a lot here,
Right.
as far as like people really getting to it like that and really being flashy with it when
Right.
they do. Like here, people
look
get
like
to
us.
it, they kind of back
Right.
up. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
look like us. They kind of back up. They get out the way. You know, whatever it is. But the whole like internet was hating on her though, like.
Really?
Oh, she had to sell the Lambo probably to get that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what the fuck is really going on though? Like, what are y'all talking
It's
about?
on it and
So
it's
she
the lease.
doubled back
Yeah.
and was like, nah, Lambo's still here. Gonna
Right.
pay off. Had
Yeah.
to pay off on it and all that. I think it was the payment and all that. So she
Yeah.
basically saying like, why y'all on that though? Like, why are y'all hating? And but y'all being from Indianapolis,
Yeah.
and y'all being the way that y'all are, because we came when I moved back here, and I'm from Nap too.
Right.
But when I came back here from California, like that was one of our biggest things in the real estate industry, is trying to get more like the black community together, to try to get everybody together. That's why we start throwing the events, the ones that you spoke
Right.
at,
Big
type of
events.
stuff. Exactly. So what do you feel about Atlanta versus how Nap is when it comes to celebrating others' success too and helping the next person grow? Each one teach one mentality. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's like, I'm gonna tell you, the first time we went to Atlanta, I think it was the first time I went to Atlanta was Freaknik, and you know, it was Freaknik. But when I went down there, I'm just saying, I saw a lot of people like y'all said that looked just like us.
Yeah.
and they had all these fly cars and different stuff. And us coming from the Midwest, we like, I know they selling hella dope.
Right.
Feel me?
But then to find out what they was really doing, like, no, he got this business over here. He got a restaurant. He do this. He do that. And not only that, us all being in like a place together and nobody shooting, nobody fighting, nobody doing all that.
That was
And
probably different to see.
Yeah, it was different to see us making millions legitimately or half of millions or what they was doing well. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, babe, this feel like the place, like this
That
feel
we
like
need to be.
where we supposed to be, need to be. And you know, we started planning on you know, heading down there. But like Naptown, it's like, you know, this is my city, but it's like it be a lot of hate and a lot of unhappy people when you start flexing just a little bit. You know
Just
what I'm
a little
saying?
bit.
Now, if
Even
they would
a
have
little
just
bit,
stayed
bro.
in their Toyotas, if they was ever in Toyotas and just the Camrys and stuff like that, then they would never would have got all the hate. But soon as you start shining,
Just a little bit here.
just a little bit, man, it's like they start hating, man.
They
And-
could have been putting in that work for the last
What do you
10,
feel like
15
that?
years,
What do
know
you
what I'm
feel
saying?
like that? Because y'all seen this. Y'all been here from the 90s.
Right,
Like y'all lived through the 90s.
Right.
Really lived.
Got a lot of money here,
right.
Yeah, a lot of
you know what
money
I'm
on
saying?
one side, on the
Which-
other side.
Right.
which I need to go watch
What do
the
you-
previous episode.
What do you
Definitely.
feel like? What do you feel like? What's those steps to take to get a city to be like that though?
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the ceasefire in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
right
shout
now.
out, most
Facts.
definitely.
These young guys, they got to just tone it down, man. You don't want to go sit down your whole life. But the steps are, dang, man, I'm stumped. I'm usually not stumped. I just don't know what they can do.
You know what? I've been seeing a lot of positive things through Naptown Originals. So shout out
Yeah,
to
definitely shout
Naptown
out.
Originals.
Shout out Naptown
so I
Originals.
really like how he on his Instagram, and I'm not following, you know, of course I'm following you all.
Yeah.
I'm not following a lot of other people from Indianapolis that are really like putting out the culture and what people from here are doing positive things.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like what he's doing and trying to, you know, bridge that.
Show everybody.
Right. Even though I know they probably sick of seeing us because every time he puts something out, I'm like,
Us too.
gosh. Right. I'm like, they probably
Definitely.
like, you know, I'm sick of seeing these people. But I just think one thing about, like Doug said, Indianapolis, like, you know, just ask someone instead of hating on what they're doing, just ask like, hey, you know, how can I get to where you are? Like, can you kind of show me the ropes? Where in Atlanta, it's a little different because the culture is, yes, I'm doing this. Let me kind of show you the ropes too. Like there's no hesitation because it's not a threat. Like to me, it always seems like even from like when I was younger, you know, there's a threat here. You know, if somebody, you know, doesn't look like you or somebody does look like you and they're doing something different. So I think the positive steps would be more platforms like you all, more platforms like Naptown Original,
Yeah.
just kind of putting the positive things that people are doing. And I almost compare it to, I told Doug, there's so many new eateries around here.
Yeah.
And what I'm comparing it to is on Instagram, I'm seeing these different eatery
Yep.
accounts on IG.
Yep.
Showcasing these different restaurants. So why can't we have more positive people that have Instagram showcasing what
Embracing
people are
each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's huge too. It just showing that, you know, like for instance, there's dudes in real estate and stuff that do the same thing that we do, but we not in competition with them.
Right.
They doing the same thing that we doing. They just doing it a different way.
Right.
Even if they was doing, it's enough houses out here for all of us to.
It
break.
is.
It is. You know what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, yeah, we're going to run into each other, especially in Indianapolis.
Right.
We're going to run into each other on deals sometime. It's like, hey, let's make this, let's make that shake. But would you rather just run into each other and then we split some type of the pie, or neither one of us get it and somebody from the other side come
real.
in and be able to get it anyway?
That's real.
What would you rather do? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's huge to show us embracing each other. Like when we do a deal together or we get something done, or like even the other day, Doug called me, hey man, I got this duplex, you know, down there that I'm trying to whoop-de-whoop.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Yeah, send me that. Boom, I'll run the numbers for you real quick. Bam, bam, bam. When I say something, I got something in Atlanta or something, who you think I'm going to call?
Right.
Right.
If I have something there or we have something there, we calling him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like what people in Indianapolis do sometime, you know what I'm saying? Because there's hate everywhere. There's haters in Atlanta and anywhere you go.
It is.
But what I will say is that what people do here is they fear asking somebody for something because it
Yeah.
make them it almost like they get belittled by doing
Right.
it. But that's not the case.
It's a poor mentality, though.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
is.
Because I swear to God, last year I went to a mastermind with David Shands, dude who run Rich and Unemployed,
Right.
and all of them. You feel me? Down
Right.
there, we went to Dallas, right? And it was a dinner. It was about 20 of us.
Right.
Everybody there was a multimillionaire.
Right.
All in different lanes. Some people doing credit, some people doing group homes, some people doing podcasting, whatever.
Right.
And everybody there, you should have just seen. And obviously, y'all in Atlanta, y'all see this every day
Right.
when y'all wake up. But in that, it's a select,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Few like this.
It is.
I go out there. Everybody like, oh, okay, cool. You need help with that? All right, cool. Yep. Let me take this number. Let me give it to you. Can you
Right.
put it in your phone right now?
Yeah.
Don't wait, because you're probably going to forget.
Yeah.
Another girl going to call you or something going to happen when you leave here. Put it in your phone right now.
Right.
But ain't nobody taking offense like, damn, bro, you on my head. Like I told you, I got you.
Yeah.
Right.
They going to do it right now.
Right.
Going
saying?
out. Hey, bro,
And everybody
bro,
cool.
bro was all on me like, what?
Dang,
Nah,
bro, trying to take my
Nah,
connection.
he just
and shit like-
ambitious. He ready
just
to
like,
go.
he just like, bro, we all got that same energy because that's how we move and really
Right.
build.
Right.
You're like, nah, I know how it is. You busy, I'm busy. I already know what that life look like.
Yeah.
You gonna forget. I know
Right.
I'm gonna forget too.
Right.
So let's just do it right now, especially if it's something simple
Nah, for
and just
real.
little nuances and stuff like that. Is like, you know what I mean, taking that and putting that back into the city, the culture.
Right.
And just knowing that literally when you get yourself out, you know, you ask those questions.
Right.
Doug might be cooler than what you thought.
Yeah.
He might be cooler than what you thought. You got a
Exactly.
certain mindset, but nigga, you don't even know me though.
Yeah.
Even in Naptown, I be
Or whatever. You feel
right
me?
in Naptown. I just feel like I owe it to the city. Like so,
Yeah.
anybody that ever had a question, and they DM me on Facebook and different stuff. But like, I just feel like I owe it to the city to try to help them if they got questions and different stuff like that. But man, this is more than anything. Like us, we trying to help people. Y'all trying to help people. It ain't gonna happen overnight. I don't have an answer, but I will say it's gonna happen person by person, or we say brick by brick. It's just gonna like if you can get one or two people come out. Like say for instance, when I did one of my events here, one of them was crazy, one of them was just cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I can't get discouraged because this one was just cool because I might have just got one or two people.
Yep.
Right? If I stop there, then I can't get the one or two people next time, or the 3 or 4 people
Most
next
definitely.
time. You know, and I just real quick, it's a guy named EJ like that I plugged up here at one of my events. Dealt with him, man. He done got himself together, just got his first listing. He went and got his broker license and all
that's
this.
up.
And this was just a little dude from over here on like college, like that had, you know, like he really ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to see him come up, and even when I seen his pictures, like he's with Keller Williams, I seen his picture for his cards. Man, it just made me feel so good, man, because this
Yeah.
dude would not have been thinking about no real estate in his life
Had he not came to your
had he not came to my thing. And then he didn't see this white dude up there talking about it. I don't have no problem
Right.
against white people, but he saw somebody that
that
looked
looked
just
like him, dressed like him,
Yeah.
And that happened for me.
got
Yeah.
stuff that he want.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
telling
That's what
him,
happened to
hey,
me.
I was in the streets. I was selling dope. I was doing this. I was doing that. But look, I came out of it, you know, changed my life, and this what happened. So, hey,
Definitely.
But Smoot, man, hop back in here, man. Smoot just chilling back, chilling like,
Well,
yeah.
listen, I'm taking it all
Sure,
in.
yeah.
I'm all
yeah.
Y'all good. I'm with y'all. You
But
feel me?
I did have a question for him actually, because you're not originally from Atlanta,
No, I'm actually from Mount Vernon, New York.
right? How did that happen? Talk to us about that. New York, because like
No
New
boys
York,
from New York, moved
yeah.
to Atlanta.
yeah, they do. But what I'm saying is, New York, you have all the tools in New York too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can go right down. You got Broadway. You got all that type of stuff. Like when it's all said and done, what brought you down to Atlanta? Was it this space, like the production space, or
No.
talk to us about that?
I actually came to Atlanta via Maryland. I left New York and moved to Maryland. I lived there for 10 years.
Okay.
And then real estate actually brought me to Atlanta.
Okay.
And I got introduced to real estate, and, you know, I liked it. I was actually going through a divorce at the time.
Okay.
So it just made sense to just, you know, make a move and, you know, try something different.
For sure. What part of real estate was like? What was you doing? Like more like on the agency side, or you was flipping, or like what was it?
Just flipping.
Okay.
That's what I got. That's how I got introduced to real estate, and just took a liking to it, and, you know, just kept doing it from there.
But all along this trail, you were still like, were you even on to production yet, or is that something that just came into your mind like later in life?
Production. Like my main business. I own mental health and substance abuse clinics.
Oh,
So this is like my 21st year of.
you keep on bringing out new stuff
Right,
every
goddamn.
second. Like,
Hold
bro,
on
you doing
now.
it all. He said he
Shit. You got a restaurant too down there?
right.
Nah,
He owned a couple
coming soon though.
car dealerships. What else you got, man?
Man, hold on.
Damn. Okay, that's dope.
But yeah, so you know, production didn't really come around till like 2016.
Okay.
You know, that was kind of like when I was in a position to be able to do it the way I wanted to do it and try it my own way.
That's what's up.
And
that's kind of
that's
what
how
you
we
want to do.
You know?
I was just about to say that.
Crazy.
Well, that's definitely what I want to do, bro.
What's that, production?
Yeah, get into that. So like,
Got the right guy here.
Let's connect, bro. But like my thinking, right? My path of thinking was like, hey, we built our brand. We used the podcast to get connections, which is what's happening.
Yeah, 100%.
We here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, being able to get connections and things like that, we use it for our personal brand, and then later on down the line, we could, you know, decide to whether me and him do it or, you know, whatever that look like. Then I can turn it into like a production or media company where it might be feature films, it might be short films, it might be, I don't know what that look like. You know what I mean? Documentaries, it might be something else, but just something in that space. Because I see the film is like, it's like music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go back and, you know, growing up, you see a film or you see a character and you like, damn, I want to be like that when I grow up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or that character remind me of somebody that I don't like, or this movie make me feel motivated. This, you know what I mean? You connect and hold on to stuff with films like you do with music.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know how powerful media is. Our whole world is ran on it.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why we think people in Africa look bony and don't got no food is because of media.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, half the stuff of what we believe is because of what
Media. Yeah.
is because of media. Don't even necessarily mean it's true or not. It's just, that's what it is. That's what it's always been. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, if you able to have the right heart and put media with it, and you giving people truth on whatever the subject or whatever you're trying to put out to your people, then they actually gonna get value out of it because it's really real. It's not an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Or something projected on you. So
yeah, and now more than ever, you can actually get your own word through. You know what I'm saying? Like us sitting down doing this right now. I mean, even 2018, people wasn't doing this. Like, I'm just saying, where now you got like dudes like, shout out Mason Kim, they got a whole sports show like it's ESPN.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they get like and they just talking shit on there. I'm saying they actually know they stuff, but they nigga this, nigga that, fuck this, whatever. You know, it's like it's really like just the culture. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, 2018, boys been like, what are they doing?
Right.
But now they just got a $20+ million deal for their podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild. So I think this is the time more than ever for sure to be like actually getting our message through the way that we want to get it through, you know, as a culture. You know what I'm saying? So, but man,
that's dope.
That's super dope, man.
Super dope. And like a lot of these guys, just like you said, they want to get into filmmaking and acting and different stuff.
Yeah.
So it takes somebody like a Smoot Films to like put something together.
Yeah.
You know, and teach these people that at some point you got to do that, Smoot Films.
Yeah,
sure. But you know, one of the things we're doing right now, we're finding like up and coming filmmakers and doing projects with them.
Oh.
So I'm doing my first one with. Well, actually, let me go back. I did my first two earlier this year with a filmmaker out of L.A. named Dane Pierre. We did a film called Pray by Night. Has Algie Smith in it, Jonelle Young from the Wu-Tang Clan series, Cynthia Kimona, Algie Smith. So that comes out in December. And then we did another movie, The Project Allure, that comes out in October. Again, just experimenting with directors and just giving dudes a shot. I'm doing another film next month in Philly with a guy named Chop Mosley, another upcoming filmmaker. So, you know, we try to just give guys shots. And then it's like, you know, I'm like building my hit squad.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. How the hell you putting out so many? Do you just go and raise money for it? You know, you be like, hey, look, this is what we about to do. Who trying to put in?
This one gonna be 2.3.
It's a combination of a couple of things. You know, a lot of it's out of pocket, and then you know my business partner. That's kind of like his responsibility. You know, I do what I do. It's like, hey, this is what we're gonna do A through Z, and he go out there and handle the rest. You know, it don't take both of us to do the same thing, and that's what building a team is really about. Like, everybody got to have their part to play.
Yeah.
You know, like, it don't take two of us to go secure funding. It don't take two of us to go put a project together. So we're able to, you know, get a lot done because we both stay in our lane and we, you know, we do our job.
Let's master that.
It's crazy. They definitely stay in their lane. I'm so glad that I was able to put those guys together. And ever since I put them together, it's like they've done some amazing things, and they got a lot of things coming up. It's just crazy to see some of the people that he's worked with, like on. Let's see, which one is the one I want to talk about? I think I want to talk about the gas station pill. That's one of the inserts for I Got a Story to Tell.
Hold on, what you mean?
The gas station pill. That's one of the episodic episodes, you know, on the series that's right now on
Tubi.
Hold on, wait. You talking
Tell
about
them some of the people that's in
talking
that.
about the one with Jock?
Yeah.
I seen that.
I saw that
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that? Hey, bro, he turned into a monster. Then
Hey,
he
didn't
turned
he?
into a whole different player.
Right.
Man, what?
Yeah.
He turned into a different person.
Right. So who's some of the other people on that
Oh, that's hard.
on the show?
And then we have Jess Hilarious, Pooch Hall, Teresa Top Notch,
With Lil Wayne's daughter in
Lou
it.
Kimball, Reginae Carter's in it.
And what
Sweet.
about the model?
Candy Barris.
Was that what Iman Shumpert was in with you
That's
too?
another movie. That's,
okay.
That's under his influence.
Okay, yeah. I saw
Cynthia
that.
Bailey.
Yeah, Cynthia Bailey.
Cynthia Bailey. Oh, from Atlanta Housewives,
Yeah,
right?
she was under his influence with Iman and Sidney Mitchell from BMF. That's on BET Plus right now. That's coming to Tubi in September as well.
That's what's up, man.
So yeah, we just
Y'all working, man.
Being very modest.
You
He
being
working with
modest,
the
man.
heavy-
Y'all working,
Yeah,
man.
Hey,
How do
hold
y'all
on now.
tell me this before we head out of here too? How does this intertwine? Because I know y'all got some stuff going on right now, right?
Right, like
Look at Doug.
like
It's already
right
in
now.
motion.
Been waiting to say this.
I have been waiting to say this because this is going to be epic. We was just talking about how we can inspire some of the guys here in Indianapolis as well as across the globe, like, and they can see like a documentary. That's what we're doing on a life of a hustler turned real estate mogul. You know what I mean? And he done it. He did it all. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very inspiring for people. You know, I put it together. And, you know, it was shot by the Fly creator for the most part. You know, shout out to my shooter. You know what I'm saying? And we did it some months back. You know, we had the cars out. We went to my old high schools and junior high schools, and we talked to some of the people who was my teachers. You know, I went to Arlington, man, and it's crazy because we had actually teachers that we was selling dope to. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's some crazy stories, you know, that's going to be told, and it's all real. And, you know, like Smoot Films, you know, Mr. Marcus Smoot, that's one of my best friends. So it's only right that, you know, we did the documentary. So now, you know, with all the connections he got, you know, we definitely going to Tubi, and it's going to be a hit, a smash hit on Tubi.
Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here. If you never heard it,
You hear.
definitely. That's what's up,
Smoot
man.
Films, are you going to put that thing together, and then are we going up?
It's already done, my brother.
Hey, you gonna, so you gonna sell that thing like how Kanye dude did?
You just talking about commercials. We gonna come up off commercials, man.
Turn it up.
AdSense, man. Let's get it, man.
That's
Y'all,
what's
man,
up, man.
I
Always
love
work.
that. So what's your direction? And you directing the
No, I don't direct. I'm
He the boss.
right, but I'm saying okay. So Fly shooting it, right? So what's your part in it then?
I'm involved in pretty much all my projects from the creation on down to, you know, the distribution of it. So I don't really let it go until it's already done. You know, so I'm in the writing room, you know, I'm in the pre-production meetings, you know, and then overseeing everything else as well.
So is that just even breaking it down layman's terms? Is that saying okay, cool? Here's the timeline. Like, we're gonna go to these different schools, we're gonna go to your neighborhood, we're gonna go to the block, talk to some of, you know what I mean, maybe your big homie. You coming up with those. I mean, obviously.
talking about for me?
Yeah, I'm talking about this film.
Actually,
He did it already.
Yeah, so I put it together quickly, right? And I had no anticipation on where I was gonna put it at.
Right.
You know, like it was like, you know, when Smoot got his you know, big opportunity, you know, to work with some of these people and some of these TV stations and things, it was just like it made sense. Like, hey, Smoot, like, can you get this in here, right? So right now we actually looking taking over the project, putting his final touches on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and
hard.
then once Smoot Films give it the stamp, then we off and running. So I'm so excited, man. I'm glad a lot of people be able to see it, and I just hope to inspire like a lot of these street guys. A lot of these guys are selling dope, gang banging, whatever they doing. I'm really trying to show them like I did it, so it's definitely possible. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's hard, man. I'm proud of y'all.
I appreciate
Proud
it.
of y'all.
Man,
It's just about everybody doing their part, man. At the end of the day, like,
100%.
everybody, one person can't change the world, man, but we just got to do our part.
Definitely can together. Man.
That's real.
For sure, man. Well, we definitely 100% appreciate y'all for coming down, chopping it up with us.
And we appreciate
anytime
you.
y'all come in town, y'all know y'all welcome to hop back on our platform anytime.
Straight up.
But we need to flip-flop this, man. It's time for us to come on down there, man. So we be down soon. We thinking about coming out there soon. So
You got to help us line it up.
No, I need look.
Come
we got
down.
listen. We in the building right now with the guy who can make that happen. So we actually have spoken about you coming down to Atlanta before.
For sure.
I told you we got a great spot. Actually, Smoot Films and Art Gentry, they got a great spot right in the heart of Atlanta on Peter
say
Street.
no more.
And the space is crazy. Rooftops overlooking the city.
All that.
2 or 3 story rooms and stuff like that. The high ceilings and the crazy decor and all this kind of stuff. Y'all got to come on down, man. It's
Yeah,
gonna
pull
be
up on us,
crazy.
man, for real.
Nah, we definitely
Don't
will.
just say it. Pull
No,
up.
we are now. We already
Yeah,
really in our plans already.
We would love
get
to.
down
Man, y'all
there.
going to Invest Fest?
You know what? That ain't really my thing.
Yeah.
We need to
Much
be there.
respect to them. I mean, if Plug want me to go, I'm gonna go. You know,
Right.
I'm
we
kind
might.
of to myself kind of guy, but
Yeah.
But we
thinking
definitely
about
want to get
coming
down there.
down
Yeah,
there.
coming down there, man, and just lining up some different interviews and stuff. We obviously know the city gonna be. It's
Yeah,
already
exactly.
hot, but it's gonna be hot in that time, and be able to continue to grow our brand and get to where we want to go and get these stories out there.
well, come pull up, man. Y'all got used to the spot, man, for sure.
That's 100. Y'all heard it here first. ATL, when we come out there, man, show me some love. You know,
Just a little bit.
I just want some lemon pepper wings. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to kosher wise. That's it. No, I'm just messing around. Call me lemon pepper tea when I leave from down there. But nah, seriously.
Where can everybody find y'all at though? Social media wise, the book, the films. Just again to kind of recap for everybody. Where can they find y'all?
Well, I'll just tell them where we at real quick.
You say where you are.
I'll say where I'm at. Hey, that's fine. Matter of fact, you say where you at first. Psych. So you can catch me at I Am Real Estate, the number 1. I Am Real Estate 1 on IG. You can catch me on Facebook at Douglas Parson. You can catch me on, I'm not on Twitter really, but I'm also on TikTok. You can catch me on that at Douglas Parson Jr. Also, you can catch us acting like we acting now at Bricks and Blondie 95 on YouTube. We also got a great mentorship, and you can check out everything about our mentorship at www.bricksandblondie.org. Now, tell them what I forgot.
You didn't forget anything.
Hey.
You tell them where you at.
I am on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm on Real Estate with Blondie, and that's BLONDIE. Blondie, Real Estate with Blondie. Facebook, Real Estate with Blondie. TikTok, Real Estate with Blondie.
Congruent. Okay.
Yeah.
She made sure that she kept her stuff in line.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you done?
Get her, Smoot.
Whatever.
Man, you can catch me on IG, Smoot Films, at Smoot Films. We do have Facebook at Smoot Films, and our website. Check us out. You can see some of our trailers, smootfilms.com. See some of the projects that'll be coming out. We have some previews in there and stuff. So, yeah.
Got you. And all the movies is on
Tubi.
BET Plus.
Oh yeah, so
Tubi.
I got a story to tell, anthology series. Check that out. What Lies Under the Tree is available right now. Red Winter also on all on Tubi right now. So check them out.
Smooth too. I got a question. So what's kind of your best film so far as reception from people?
Well, it's been the anthology
What's kinda like the
series.
highlights?
I got a story to tell. I mean, it's been amazing, you know. But we about to hit them so hard this coming September with Allure.
Tell them who's in the Lord.
Oh,
They can't
Young
even
Jock,
hear you.
Lou Kimball, Crystal Ladall, Terrell Hill. That's going to be one. Pray by Night is again phenomenal. That's coming out. We got a lot of heat coming. We got Mary Switchman's coming. It's a kid holiday film. Two kids switch bodies, playing a video game over the holiday break. That'll be dropping. We got a movie Christmas at the Frat House, ensemble cast.
Yeah.
We got some stuff coming, so just look out for Smoot Films. We coming.
All right, man, that's hard.
And we just got one more. It's super hard. I'm so proud of my guy. It be so tough. And I just be like, man, he be like, man, I just got to keep going. It just be, hey, y'all, the movie industry is so tough. I work for, hey, listen.
Hold up.
Listen,
I'm about to pause that one, man.
Listen, I worked for Smoot Films for a short period of time. Woo! That I salute my guy Smoot. It's like, that's a tough business, and he's winning. He's getting perpetuity and all of that.
He's that perpetuity.
So I take my hat off to my guy, man. But what I really wanted to say is, like, I just wanted to throw a little secret, little nugget out there. So also, like, on the big level, be on the lookout for a show with myself, Blondie, Young Jock, his wife, and a group called the Lancasters. It's gonna be going crazy, but more of that is to come.
And you got a name? You got a name for it yet?
I don't want to put it out there, but we definitely got the name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, trust me, we've been filming already, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna be amazing.
Man, I love
And
it.
it might be distributed by us. You know.
How about that? Hey, just get the checks together, man. Get that. He got them
Hey, see,
M's.
we making
Get them
deals
checks
right now,
together.
man.
On the spot.
On the spot. Let's
That's
get it,
man.
baby.
Let's get it.
Man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all coming on, man. Definitely.
y'all having
hit
us,
the
for
claps
sure.
again one more time. Definitely appreciate y'all coming down, man. It's always
that too.
hit the claps.
Moguls in the Making is like one of the best podcasts. Let me tell you something about Moguls in the Making. Man, I seen these guys do a whole podcast during a club. The club was in full effect. So I was talking to my film partner, Smoot Films, and I was like, Smoot, they did a whole podcast in the club.
That was pretty
I was like, I can't wait to see how this turned. And even Jock, actually, Young Jock was the guy that they did.
Yeah.
And it was funny, and he told me after we left, like, hey, man, I don't know how this gonna sound. I ain't never did this.
Right, it was.
We was dying,
They
but
was able to put it together, bro. It was weird, but they was able to put it together. But the only part that sucked about it is, we monetize on YouTube now, but with all that music in the background, it was unlicensed. You couldn't monetize off of it. So we did get the views and stuff like that, but that's learning lessons.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know it could be done. So y'all definitely are trailblazers, and man, I take my hat off to y'all. I appreciate you having me here. I appreciate you having Bricks and Blondie back, even though she was doing a little bit too much talking.
You know he gonna get you back now, Blondie. You know that.
Yeah, I had to get her back.
Gonna
So
circle
I
around, back
appreciate
around
y'all.
the block.
Most definitely, man. Naptown, we out.
All right, man. We out, man. Let's get it.